is News 3 Now at 10.
But first tonight, breaking news out of Fitchburg. Police are investigating after potentially hazardous materials were found in an apartment building on Chalet Gardens Road this evening. Excuse me. Officers were called to the unit for a welfare check. That person was found and taken into protective custody while searching the apartment. That's when the materials were found. Other residents were evacuated, excuse me, as a precaution, asking people to avoid that area. Now, as of this morning, Dane County is now in phase 1 of its reopening.
And that means businesses, including restaurants, gyms, salons, and retail shops, are allowed to open at 25% capacity. This first phase also updates rules about gathering sizes. Outdoor or indoor commercial facilities are now allowed to have up to 50 people in one space, and gatherings inside personal residences are limited to 10 people or less.
Bars or restaurants are looking different than you might remember as they reopen tonight. Maddie O'Neill joins us live on State Street with how they're planning to keep up on social distancing and sanitation guidelines. The latest on this first night that they're open again. Maddie?
Well, we've seen a few people out tonight, but really more people this afternoon, at least out on the street when the weather was so nice. By about 3 o'clock, we did see a line outside one of the bars near here. We popped into a few, and there are differences. Some have shields between bartenders and customers. Outside others, there are markings on the ground, so those in line know how far apart to stand. Now, certainly different from March 17th when we were here right before the shutdown.
It was the worst moment in my entire life.
Learning that the Irish pub would be shut down on St. Patrick's Day of all days, usually the biggest holiday of the year for the bar.
So it's been tough.
You could say Pat Dye has a history here, working at the bar on State Street for 26 years. It's where his wife came into his life.
And I said, well, I got to go do something. I'll quit pretending to be your boyfriend. And she said, well, you don't have to quit.
And where they decided she'd stay for good.
A year later, we were walking here, nice, light, snowy day, and I dropped to my knee.
The bar stuck around too. His wife bought it last April.
Until today, we literally had 2 more months, and then her dream was shattered, and we were going to have to give it up.
So Dye's relieved to be open again, even at 25% capacity.
It can't be a party atmosphere in here, so it is going to be different.
Changes include CDC signs, distanced bar stools, face shields available for employees, frequent cleaning of seats and restrooms, even turning down the music so people talk more quietly.
It's like reopening a new business.
Down the street at Nick's Bar and Restaurant, owner Dino Christ says changes include no condiments on tables and seating customers so they're far enough apart.
At the beginning, I just want to make sure that everything's being done correctly, safely, and we'll go from there.
No, it's just unique seeing people again in like communal spaces.
Scott Fry and Steve Carroll are using the day to get the lay of the land at places like the Irish Pub.
It's really important for us to try to put a couple dollars here and there to stimulate things.
Having customers back gives Dye hope for the pub's future.
But yeah, being reopened is at least showing us a light at the end of the tunnel.
Both owners in the story we spoke with say that they tried doing carry-out orders that helped a bit but didn't come close to covering costs. They're looking forward to when we can safely move to phase 2 and move up to 50% capacity.
The Princeton Club also reopened today with new restrictions. According to its reopening playbook, free weights and equipment have been spaced out. Classes will still be available, but with limited capacity and designated workout areas. The pools will be reopening, but saunas and steam rooms will remain closed. Basketball games are not allowed, and kids' clubs are closed. There's also limited access to the locker rooms. Ho-Chunk Gaming will be partially reopening its Madison location tomorrow, but only to select customers. The casino will be open from 10 a.m. until 2 a.m. Its website says you must be an active Ho-Chunk Gaming Rewards Club member and a Wisconsin resident. Those entering the casino will have their temperature checked, must wear a face mask, and must practice social distancing. In northeastern Wisconsin, the Oneida Casino reopened today. It too comes with a few new health and safety protocols. Table games and bingo will not resume yet, and food service will be grab and go only. The casino is also capped with limited capacity.
Now, in order for Dane County to move into phase 2, more than half of these metrics must be green, and the percent of positive tests and cases per day cannot be red. We're meeting both of those requirements right now, but the plan says Dane County will stay in phase 1 for at least 14 days. Health officials confirmed nearly 300 new cases in Wisconsin today. In total, we've seen almost 16,000. 519 people have died. 59% of patients have fully recovered from their infections. Sauk County Public Health will be conducting free drive-through testing for the COVID-19 virus. This testing will take place Friday, May 29th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Walnut Hill Church. That's in Baraboo. In order to be tested, you must call the Sauk COVID hotline for an appointment. That's 608-355-3200.
Dane County plans to provide COVID-19 testing for first responders throughout the county. The tests will be made available for police, fire, and emergency medical service departments who are working to provide 911 response in the area. County leaders said they plan to initially buy 3,500 tests from Madison-based Exact Science and may purchase more based on the future spread of the virus. In Los Angeles, Dodger Stadium usually hosts great games this time of year, but now you can go there to get tested for COVID-19. It's the largest testing site in LA, and it just opened today. The site in the parking lot at Dodger Stadium can test up to 6,000 people a day. That is 3 times more than any other site in the city. Vice President Mike Pence's press secretary, Katie Miller, has returned to work after testing positive for coronavirus earlier this month. Today, she announced she has now tested negative 3 times. She also noted that she is pregnant with her first child with her husband. Miller became the second White House staff member known to have tested positive this month.
Floor trading reopened at the New York Stock Exchange today, with New York Governor Andrew Cuomo ringing the opening bell. Comes after an unprecedented 2-month hiatus to limit the spread of coronavirus. Traders are returning to a number of new safety measures, including reminder signs, footprint stickers to keep people apart, and hand sanitizer. President Trump urged Americans to stay safe after images of crowds around the country went viral over the Memorial Day holiday weekend. Natalie Brand at the White House, where the president is pressuring one Democratic governor to allow his party's convention to move forward as planned in August.
During an event announcing a major price slash in insulin costs for seniors,
participating plans will cap cost at just $35 a month per type of insulin.
President Trump reasserted his threat to move the Republican National Convention from Charlotte, North Carolina, if the state's Democratic governor does not guarantee that he'll lift COVID-19 related restrictions by then.
We need a fast decision from the governor. He's going to have to, because he's been acting very, very slowly and very suspiciously.
We're going to have to take steps to protect people. We've had discussions with them about a very limited convention all the way up.
The administration released a new testing strategy, which talks about ramping up efforts, including purchasing 100 million swabs. But the plan still places much of the testing and contact tracing burden on individual states.
This week, the House is expected to vote on a bipartisan fix to the Paycheck Protection Program. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, speaking at home in Kentucky, indicated work continues on another federal relief package, but emphasized the Senate will not take up the House bill.
It'll be very carefully crafted. It won't be $3 trillion left-wing wish list.
Meanwhile, new travel restrictions on Brazil will take effect at midnight. They impact non-U.S. citizens who have visited Brazil in the past 2 weeks. It exempts permanent U.S. residents and their spouses, as well as all commerce and trade. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
New York Governor Cuomo is scheduled to meet with the president at the White House tomorrow.
We are still waiting to hear from the State Fair Board Chairman, who is expected to make a decision whether to hold the event this year. Today, the State Fair Board of Directors voted virtually to give the final say to the board director. The Wisconsin State Fair is currently scheduled for August 6th through the 16th. To weather now, there was a beautiful double rainbow this evening as temperatures got just a little bit cooler. Here's meteorologist Dana Fulton. Hi, Dana.
Hey, some of those showers passing through today, thankfully giving us a little treat at the end with the rainbows passing through as well. We did have some stronger thunderstorms. Looking at our Doppler radar right now, we have some light rain spots, but if we go ahead and loop this over the last 3 hours, you can see those storms lifting north. A brief severe thunderstorm warning in Greene County earlier due to those wind gusts really picking up. Most most of the area not seeing a lot of rain accumulation, even with those heavier rain spots at times. This one isolated strip just south of Madison picking up a little closer to about an inch of accumulation there. Some areas seeing a little over an inch total. So not a total soaker of a day, but a very warm and very humid day. We were above average, closer to the record rather than our normal afternoon highs. Tomorrow will be in the 80s yet again, warm and humid in the afternoon, with more chances for showers and thunderstorms. A little soggy outside for Thursday as well before we get cooler and sunny for the weekend. We'll look at your full forecast in just a few minutes.
Dana, thank you. We're seeing new video from the scene of a home explosion in Janesville last night. Officials say the two people who were inside at the time are now recovering at UW Hospital in Madison. Rescuers pulled the two from their home in the 800 block of Hawthorne Avenue last night. The explosion happened after a natural gas leak was sparked by the lighting of a cigarette. Today, first responders say the two occupants of that house are lucky to have gotten out alive.
The female occupant actually appeared to be blown out of the structure. The male occupant, information we got, he had come out the stairs and out the back door somehow.
Pankowska says this should serve as a reminder for people. If you smell natural gas, get out immediately and call the fire department. Madison Police Department investigating the murder of an 81-year-old man who died in the hospital just days after being shot on Friday night. The victim now has been identified as Nang Yi Lee. Police say the suspect is a 38-year-old man who lived in the same building on Northport Drive. We're told he's in the hospital with some sort of medical condition. Police are still investigating a motive for the attack.
Madison police are investigating the death of an infant. The Special Victims Unit is working with the Dane County Medical Examiner on the case involving the death of a 2-month-old baby early Friday morning. Madison and Monona officers responded to an apartment on Bridge Road after the infant's mother found her son not breathing in his bassinet. 9 shootings in Milwaukee this weekend injured 12 people and killed 1. 6 of those shootings were reported on Sunday and the other 3 on Saturday. According to the Journal-Sentinel, the victims ranged from 16 to 37. As of yesterday, police have not announced any arrests from this weekend's violence. The city of Chicago saw its deadliest Memorial Day weekend in 4 years. 10 people were fatally shot and 39 were injured in shootings. Chicago's stay-at-home orders are still in effect until the end of the month. But the city's police superintendent says residents are feeling restless.
Massive protests tonight in Minnesota after the death of George Floyd, who died while in police custody. The Minneapolis police chief announced today he has fired the 4 officers involved in the controversial arrest.
The 4 involved former employees, I've made that decision this afternoon. This is still an ongoing criminal matter that the Bureau of Criminal Apprehension is investigating, as well as our FBI.
Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry said he supports Chief Arredondo's decision 100%. Officials say Floyd was arrested Sunday night for an alleged forgery at a deli. Officers say he resisted arrest before one of the officers kneeled on Floyd's neck. Bystanders videotaped Floyd struggling, telling officers he could not breathe. He later died at a local hospital. U.S. Department of Justice investigating the fatal shooting of Ahmaud Arbery now as a hate crime. The Arbery family attorney says he found out about the DOJ investigation late last week. 3 people have been arrested in connection with the February shooting. A spokesperson for the DOJ confirmed that the Civil Rights Division was looking into hate crime charges. And still to come tonight, Dana will rejoin us to see if this summer-like weather will stick around.
But first, an update tonight from the Madison Mallards, months after their team store was burned down.
Engines are restarting, park is shifting to drive. So we're offering 0% financing for 72 months and no payments for 120 days. Plus the freedom to shop and buy online. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram will help you drive forward.
Or now during the Jeep Memorial Day sales event with employee pricing at $5,611 below MSRP on the purchase of a 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited.
Yeah, I'm a home builder, and I go to Nuns. Why? Well, my clients love them because they have all those smarty pants appliances. You know, like those fancy touchscreen fridges and ovens that text you when dinner's ready. Personally, I don't care for all that techie stuff. I'll stick to my good old-fashioned icebox, thank you very much. But hey, my clients love those smarty pants appliances, so we go to Nuns.
Nuns, kitchen, bath, and flooring. The way you get through hard times is to hold strong to your values. At Group Health Cooperative, our common values have sustained us for over 4 decades. Now is no different. We are here, in our clinics, but we want you to be safer at home. That's why GHC has more ways for you to get care anywhere, anytime, day or night. Be seen, be safe, be home. We will get through this together, and we will all get better together.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I solemnly swear that I will support the veterans of the
United States Armed Forces.
I will defend the Constitution
Against all enemies. That I will commit.
to ensuring they are
Not forgotten. And I will obey the orders of the President of the United States.
and I will enable veterans to live the same life of opportunity.
they have provided me. So help me God.
This is our home. We've never seen it look quite like this.
But there's no mistaking it. And it's our job to protect it. Because the best people to fight for our communities
Are those within them.
So if you've just bought a Volkswagen or were thinking of buying sometime soon, we're here to help with the community-driven promise.
Wednesday morning, Hattie will let us know how long this heat and humidity is going to stick around, and that warm weather might have you thinking of some activities to do with the fam. We'll break down which ones might still be risky. That's starting at 4:30 on News 3 Now this morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. The pandemic has hit the travel and transportation industry hard, and now you can add Amtrak to the mix. Amtrak asking for additional federal funding to keep trains rolling at minimum service levels. Amtrak submitted a letter to Congress seeking just under $1.5 billion for fiscal year 2021. That's in addition to the $2 billion Amtrak had already requested. About 100 more Apple stores will be back up and running this week, but the company says even though the stores are reopening, a majority of them will only offer curbside or storefront service. Those stores are located in 8 states, including California, Florida, Texas, and Virginia. The company reopened its retail locations in 4 other states earlier this month.
In other news tonight, Costa Rica is now the first country in Central America to allow same-sex marriages. The law went into effect today, and some couples have already tied the knot. President Carlos Alvarado celebrated the milestone in a video message, saying this measure of empathy and love makes the country a more inclusive place. In 2018, the country's Supreme Court ruled the law that bars same-sex couples from marriage unconstitutional. The Madison Mallards are announcing construction is complete on their team store after a fire destroyed that building in October. Investigators ruled the fire an arson, and construction on the new store began in February. The store is not yet open to the public, but the team is holding a 25% off merchandise sale online. On their website, you can see photos of the finished space.
All right, Gary's taking the night off. He's got a big haircut tomorrow. Going to get some rest, so tune in tomorrow for that new look. Meanwhile, Dana's hair is just fine. She has your forecast. Hi, Dana.
Starting to get some curls going.
It's a different look.
It is. It's
We'll
flipping
see
out
tomorrow.
of the side, too. Yeah. I think everyone's just kind of waiting to hope tomorrow goes well for him. Tomorrow's going to be warm and humid again outside. Thankfully, he's taking the hair away. Gary doesn't have to worry about the humidity anymore. Scattered showers possible for tomorrow, late in the afternoon and evening, and a little more widespread rain likely for Thursday. Then it will be cooler and less humid outside for Friday and through the weekend. Sunshine expected for this weekend. A little bit of light rain still lingering around for us. No thunderstorms currently. This is all as some low pressure is centered just to the southwest. That's what's been pushing from the south. Our thunderstorms passing through this afternoon. A cold front further off stretching through the Dakotas. That's what's going to knock this out of here during the day on Thursday. So more showers push in along with that front on Thursday. We'll see a big shift in our wind direction Thursday afternoon, and then it'll be cooler outside. Won't be quite as humid either. So overnight we are mostly cloudy. Heading into Wednesday morning, still cloudy. Still have a breeze from the south. It's still warm and humid outside.
outside. Shower chances really developing later in the afternoon and evening. Some scattered thunderstorms possible too, with a better chance for rain developing really for Thursday. Thursday, we're expecting heavy rain at times, some strong wind gusts as well. Notice later in the day, though, as that front passes, our winds starting to come from the north-northwest. That cooler air coming in. Thursday's highs won't be quite as warm as the start of the week. Our precipitation trends looking ahead to June, likely going to trend below average, which is good because we've picked up a lot of rain over the last few days and we still have a little bit more to get through before we hit a drier streak for the end of the week. Our temperature trend, though, also are expected to climb above average yet again. We'll get a bit of a dip for Friday and into Saturday, but by next week we're expecting our temperatures to be right back up in the low 80s for early June. That's still about 8 to 10 degrees above average. Tomorrow will be close to 81 in Madison, so a little cooler than today, but still warm, still humid outside. And again, the chance for showers and thunderstorms to develop later on. Our breeze coming from the south anywhere from 8 to 15 miles per hour, so enough that you'll certainly notice it. And if any of those thunderstorms start to amp up just a little bit, we could see some stronger wind gusts, similar to those thunderstorms that passed through today, the heavy downpours that picked up in the afternoon. Thursday, expect widespread scattered showers and thunderstorms. With that cold front passing through, temperatures will be in the mid to low 70s for afternoon highs, and then we hit our drier stretch. It's really going to be pleasant outside for this weekend, which is nice after we just went through a bit of a warm and stormy and humid weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, high temperatures will be close to 70 degrees with mostly sunny skies. Overnight lows dropping back as well. We could see some nights dipping to the upper 40s. For the following week, we'll start off close to average on Monday with a chance for some showers. A break expected on Tuesday, and then more chances for rain building in Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, with those temperatures climbing back up into the 80s, which is just a little warm for this time of year. I know everyone's itching to get outside and get summer, but we can enjoy the 70s just a little bit before we start climbing up in the 80s.
It's one of those deals where it kind of just went straight to summer.
We hopped ahead, yes, and now we're going to backtrack just a little bit.
As long as we can get outside, everybody really needs that.
And we had the rain come through today, but we still have plenty of dry hours as well.
That was good. Dana, thank you. And just ahead in sports, Joe Thomas, he ran through the Titan Games obstacle course with ease, but the former Badger All-American says that'll be the last. Zach's in next with sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Engines are restarting, park is shifting to drive. So we're offering 0% financing for 72 months and no payments for 120 days. Plus the freedom to shop and buy online. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram will help you drive forward.
Or now during the Jeep Memorial Day sales event with employee pricing at $5,611 below MSRP on the purchase of a 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited.
Hi, this is John Walsh. How do you get help if you can't leave your house and your family can't be with you? With a Jitterbug cell phone, one touch connects you to highly trained 5-star agents. They'll send you the help you need or get a doctor or nurse on the line. Call as often as you like, day or night. And with the Link app, family members will get an alert right on their smartphones that you've contacted 5-star.
Now more affordable with 50% off at Best Buy, Amazon, and GreatCall.com. Also at Rite Aid.
When you have depression, it can plunge you into deep, dark lows and can leave you feeling extremely sad and disinterested. Overwhelmed by bipolar depression? Ask about Vraylar. Not all types of depression should be treated the same. Vraylar effectively helps relieve all symptoms of bipolar depression with just one pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Metabolic changes may occur. Nausea, restlessness, and movement dysfunction are common side effects. When bipolar depression overwhelms, ask how Vraylar can help.
eyes are everything. They're how you see the world and connect with others. At SHOPKO Optical, your eyes are everything to us too. Which is why we offer everything to help you see better and to look better. A huge selection of designer frames, convenient locations, and experienced optometrists. We're SHOPKO Optical. You'll see.
Every day, our doctors and nurses, our cooks, housekeepers, therapists, and every member of your healthcare team give the most of themselves to care for you, to care for our community. These are your champions of health.
It's time to drop the puck on the Stanley Cup playoffs. Those are my words, not NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman's, but he basically feels the same way. The league announced its plan to resume play when they're able to, and they're starting in the postseason. The regular season is now complete, and the top 12 teams in each conference, instead of the usual 8, will compete for Lord Stanley's Cup. Each conference will be assigned a hub city where all the games will be played. Small groups can start working out in June, with training camps to start no earlier than July. Since Joe Thomas retired from the NFL in 2018, the former Badger has slimmed down, shaved his head, and gotten in ridiculous shape. And all that was on display on the Titan Games, which basically is American Ninja Warrior, but on steroids with more challenges of strength in its obstacle courses. And Thomas beat one of the top CrossFitters in the world last night. But how did he feel after it? Well, here's what he said on Wilde and Tausch this morning.
Once I got on that plane to go home, it felt like I just finished an NFL season. It took me a full 2 months before my body was starting to feel good again. And I think at that point I decided, I'm really glad I did it, but I don't think I'd ever do that again. So maybe if there's some type of TV obstacle course show where I don't get as banged up and I don't have to climb up and down a hamster chute made for people that are under 5 feet tall, I would probably say yes. But if it was the exact same thing again, I don't know if I could survive it.
Former Badger Russell Wilson has been named one of 3 hosts for this year's ESPYs, joining Sue Bird and Megan Rapinoe on the mic. The 2-hour award show is set to air on ESPN on June 21st. On the hardwood, the Badger men's basketball team cracked the top 15 in another way too early top 25 preseason poll. NBC Sports has Greg Gard's squad coming in at 14th in the nation. Michigan State and Iowa are the only Big Ten teams ranked higher than the reigning conference co-champs. And forward Madison FC will head back out onto Breeze Stevens Field starting Wednesday to resume training in small groups. And before taking the field to work out, the players will have their temperature taken. And the plan is to have 4 training sessions per day, each consisting of 5 or 6 players, a member of the training staff, and an athletic trainer. We're back after this.
When America needed us to build, we built. Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you. With exciting special offers and deals across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We've made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 84 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2019 Ford vehicles.
This week, you're going to get more at the Brothers Made Memorial Day Super Sale. Get in now with more savings on more brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. Right now, improving your home is more convenient at Maine with up to 18 months 0% financing. And we make getting more easy with expert delivery free and our risk-free 30-day price and satisfaction guarantee. The Memorial Day Super Sale for more selection, more savings, and more satisfaction. It all ends Monday at the Brothers Made, your local store for more since 1938.
At Sprint, we understand saving money for your family is now more important than ever. That's why we're offering our best unlimited deal. Switch and get 4 lines of unlimited for just $100 a month. That's right, 4 lines for $100. If that's not enough, we're throwing in 4 Samsung Galaxy phones on us. And now, Sprint customers enjoy access to expanded coverage on the T-Mobile network. Shop from the comfort of your home at Sprint.com or come see us in our stores.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? A cool breeze on a scorching day, a cozy corner on a cold night, or knowing every room of the house is as inviting as the next. Comfort means more than just the temperature, and the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable, like cool cash rebates of up to $1,650. Carrier, Turn to the experts.
Trusted by Dane County for over 60 years. Call Harker Heating and Cooling.
The Our Home is the training ground for her dreams policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Here's to the road ahead. Trust Toyota to be here for you.
Right now, Toyota is offering 0% financing for 60 months on 8 of our most popular Toyotas, like Camry, RAV4, and Tacoma. You can even shop and buy online from the comfort of your home. Many Toyota service centers are open to help keep your vehicle in top shape and may even offer no-contact vehicle drop-off.
All from the brand you trust, today and tomorrow. Toyota.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by SHOPKO Optical.
And Dana's back. One final check of the forecast.
Another warm and humid day tomorrow with scattered showers and thunderstorms developing in the late afternoon and evening. More widespread rain expected on Thursday, and temperatures will drop back closer to average with a sunny stretch expected for Friday and the weekend. Next week might include a few rainstorms with temperatures popping back up to the 80 degrees by midweek.
All right, Dana, thanks. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, be well, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
Yesterday, we talked about the steady leadership locally that has helped our communities get through the crisis safely and smartly. Today, as we warily enter a new phase of reopening and recovery, we want to extend our respect and appreciation to you, the citizens of our community who have worked so hard to do the right thing. The overwhelming majority engaged in civil, generous, considerate actions and inactions have contributed to a rate of infection, spread, and hospitalization far less than it might be otherwise. All that amid political noise and an absence of leadership at the federal and legislative levels that has made things worse. We have to keep at it. We have to step it up. We have hard choices to make with serious repercussions. Respect each other. Do what you know in your head and your heart is the best you can do. It's up to us. We're up to it.